Hey, what's going on, y'all? I noticed on the internet, it's not a lot of information. Uh, and even on Lt1swap.com, there's not a lot of information about the LS2 harnesses and the ECMs. Anyway, after weeks and weeks and weeks of doing a little research, I did find, in fact, a diagram on a forum from one guy uh, who labeled all the wires to separate to make a standalone harness for LS swap. Um, I think he was doing was it a GTO? I think he did a GTO. I had to look. Anyway, I do have a regular wiring diagram. I also matched them up because some stuff that's in the GTO wiring diagram is not in the truck diagram because this diagram is actually for a 2006 Trailblazer, which utilizes the LS2 for the 5.3. Now this is the diagram that he made, and he has it just like on lt1swap.com where he has the yellow ones are the wires to delete. And he has the blue as the wire to keep, and the white is the one. The blue and the white are the ones to keep, and the green means stuff that it's an option if you want to use that or not. So I think it's like 5 pages long, I believe. If I'm not mistaken. Anyway, he also does have plus you can connect your OBD2 connector. I like that he did do that. And I found this on after researching e40 ECMs. And this is where I'm at with it so far. I worked on it a little bit last night. And I've separated most of the wires. And I've already pulled the pins out of the computer harnesses, this is one. This is one is most of the stuff that you're pulling and most of the power is going to. It's this ECM relay here. But you have this, which I'm not sure which this means. I think it's a transmission control module, I'm thinking. So I have that one, and then you have the blue one, the black one, which has the 72 wires. And then you have another gray plug right here. So altogether it's 4. Well, it's 3 actual ECM plugs, which is these 3. The gray, blue, and black. And then you have the transmission plug. And then you have the same thing, like you have the connector, which is these are things that are utilized in the inside of the vehicle, like the tack and stuff like that. And then I still got the actual plug when I'm still taking them out of, which is this one. And then I still have the fuse box when I'm taking them out of, which I plan on finishing both of those today. But I pretty much got most of them labeled and pulled for the most part. And for the wires, I took most of the wires out. There's some right there. And I got some in the inside of my little tool case there. But I'm gonna try to get a little more content because I noticed this is strange why nobody really talks about the LS2 design or harness or engines. The one in the truck has the different intake, and the car LS2 engine. I don't see any information on neither. I did see something on LT1 Swap about the 2004 GTO, but it uses the LS1 wiring diagram with the 2 plug like the rest of the trucks. So I don't know what year exactly they converted, but I know the truck I took this out of is a 2006 Trailblazer 5.3. And I know one thing different for sure: the knock sensors are not under the intake; they're on the side of the block. So that's one difference that you can differentiate the 2 differences. Other than that, I think everything else is pretty much the intakes are different and the knock sensors are in different locations, and the wire harness and the ECM is first of all, ECM is a different size for one thing. And other than that, can't really think of nothing in time going. But anyway, I'm just doing this, let y'all know a little information. And like I said, as I go, I'll try to upload more and tell more because like I said, I know it's not a lot of information on the internet about this particular harness and ECM design. All right. Well, enjoy the rest of y'all day. Appreciate it.